Hi everyone, welcome back to Lisa's Love and Light. Happy Tuesday. Oh my goodness, I almost said happy Wednesday. I'm moving it right along, but I hope you guys are doing good. Thank you for being here today. Thank you for showing up. Many of you are showing up daily, and I appreciate you so much. Thank you for that. Um, I'm glad and I'm really so happy that these messages are helping you guys, because some of these messages might be intense, but I know that some of you need to hear it that way because you might be going through everything that I'm talking about here. I know I went through every subject topic that I talk about here, and it's not a joke. It can get intense, but I hope what I'm saying here, excuse me, about how I'm getting through this, that it's helping you guys to overcome as well. Remember, you don't have to succumb to these trials and tribulations. And also try to keep in mind, which I know is difficult to do, is that these trials and tribulations and circumstances that you're going through are temporary. They're not going to last forever. And stay in prayer and ask God to help you. And take steps. Don't just ask God to help you, but take steps in that direction. And as He see you taking steps, He's going to help you, by taking 2 and 3 steps on your behalf. I know what I'm saying is the truth because He has been doing so for me. And believe me, the walls sometimes feel like they're closing in like this, and you have to put your hands out to try to stop it from closing in. And that's when I really go into prayer with God because, sorry guys, more allergies today. I'm taking something for it. I think it's Flonase. I don't know if this stuff works. It only works temporarily. But anyway, back to what I was saying. Um, Sometimes when those walls feel like they're closing in, for me, it starts to feel like a little bit of anxiety, especially in the beginning when it was like a domino effect of these things. And then I stayed in prayer. Sometimes just prayer, meditation, and fasting. And then things will start to ease up because God is really hearing me as I take those steps. And not hearing me, but taking steps on my behalf in the background. And believe me, guys, I've seen miracles that He's done already because of my faithfulness and my persevering and not giving up. Because, guys, if you give up on yourself, then that's the end of it. Never give up on yourself. Keep moving forward, even when it doesn't look like things are changing. I promise you, if you go into prayer with God and you're consistently doing this and you're taking steps, you're not sitting there like some genie in a bottle waiting for God to do something and you're just sitting there enjoying or relaxing or doing nothing. You have to take steps in the direction that you want to see the change in your life. So please continue to do that, even if it's baby steps, because in the beginning I was just making baby steps and God was making 2 and 3 and 4 steps on my behalf in the background. And it makes me sad sometimes, when folks say they don't believe in Him and miracles and stuff don't happen. Believe me, I'm living proof of it, because the trials and tribulations and circumstances I went through, I would have never survived that, because it was just a domino effect of things that one person just couldn't do without God. And God helped me through it. So guys, keep moving forward. You're going to have days where you just feel like, everything seems to go wrong. And then just ask God to help you. Stay in prayer more, and the next day get up, take a step, and keep going. And I promise you, at some point, you're going to see the results of your work, your hard work, your prayer. As you continue to move forward, just don't give up on yourself, and don't allow anyone to distract you from being on this path to heal. You have people who may be envious of the fact that you are on this journey to heal because they don't want to do it or they don't feel like they're capable of it. But nobody has a right to be envious of you because you chose to heal instead of succumbing to the chaos and the drama and etc. You don't have to do that, guys. I'm living proof of that. So with that being said, keep in mind I'm not a therapist, social worker, or a counselor. I'm just someone who talks about my trials and tribulations that I've gone through and how I overcame them. And perhaps you'll hear something that will help you within your own circumstances. So let's get into this message today, guys. The title is Protecting Your Peace of Mind. You know, it is so important to protect your peace because, you know, chaos, conflict, drama, and all these things can affect your mental health. And if your mental health is affected, it can also affect your physical health. Stress can kill you guys. You know, stress can cause all types of problems, heart attacks, all types of problems, serious ones. So please protect your peace no matter what, you know. That should be a priority. Protecting your peace should always be a priority. It doesn't matter about the noise and what people are talking about, because without your peace, you can't do anything for yourself or anyone else, you know, because these things affect your mental and physical health. So in reference to protecting peace, guys, not too long ago, and I'm just giving an example of what I saw. I was leaving the house. I leave early in the morning to go to work. And one morning, I wasn't living here at the time, so I'm going a little ways back. A woman was parked outside at the corner of where I lived at the time, arguing with some guy in a car who I'm assuming was her boyfriend. And I mean, they were in this heated, really heated argument because her face was all contorted. And, you know, it was just as I was walking down the steps to where I live and watching this. And it got to the point, the argument got so heated that she told him to get out of the car, but she was using the F-bomb, you know. And he got out, kicked the door, closed, and she drove around the corner, but she was stepping on the accelerator. If anyone was there, she would have hit them. You know, and just to the point she stepped on the accelerator where it was screeching. And I'm like, this is insanity. And then I started to think about why I'm still single to a certain degree, because that kind of nonsense that I won't tolerate. My peace of mind is everything. And I'm not saying everyone is like that, because that's not the case at all. But I am careful as to who I allow in, whether it's a friendship or anything else, because my peace of mind that I have been working on and healing, the things that kept me stuck and stagnated, I'm not willing to compromise that for what I saw, what I just described to you, or for any drama or negativity. And I'm not talking about arguments or disagreements, you know, I'm talking about toxicity, raw toxicity, where some people, they're not happy unless they're engaging in it. Drama starters and all that other stuff, you know, snakes in the grass. And I just don't have time for it. My mental health is a priority. My peace is a priority. And that should be the case with anyone who wants to see their life thrive, and they want to be at a place of thriving instead of, you know, in this chaotic situation of toxicity. You know, I'm thinking also right now about what my mom told me before she passed away. Over and over again, she talked to me about having peace and the importance of having peace instead of all this toxic stuff. Because, you know, guys, we all have an expiration date, whether you want to believe it or not. And just because you're younger or older, whatever, you know, you never know when that is. So you want to live your life to the fullest, you know, the best, and enjoy it while we're here, instead of all this chaotic stuff that leads to nothing. You know, and it's just important to have peace. And one of the ways I do that is set strong boundaries with other folks, especially the folks that I see who love the drama. And if one situation is that, you know, someone kept trying to push buttons on me to get me to engage in arguments and negativity. And one time I slipped, and then I saw the smirk. And then I realized, okay, this is what's going on. So now I cut off, block, and delete. They get nothing but my silence, because I will not allow anyone or anything to affect my peace of mind. Remember, guys, your peace of mind, if it's affected, what happens is that everything else within you gets affected. You know, you can't thrive and be the best that you can because of it. You know, if you're always in the middle or in the midst of some drama or negativity, you can't thrive. You know, so what I had to do first is set strong boundaries. And with drama starters and people who love the toxicity, they love to try to break those boundaries. And then it got to the point that I would say, okay, we're adults, we're not little kids here. So what I'm going to do now, since I see this is the case, is just cut off, block, and delete. And then they get nothing but my silence. Some people think silence is weak. There's nothing weak about being silent. It sends a message. Being silent to someone who's toxic sends a strong message. It says that you are not going to engage under any circumstances, that you're done, you walk away from it, your peace of mind is everything, you know? And one of the ways to do that is to take time out for yourself every day, to make yourself a priority for 2 hours a day, you know, doing something that you like, that uplifts your spirit, especially in this world we live in today that's full of negativity. You know, and you take yourself away from it and do something that uplifts your spirit, mind, soul, body, so that you can stay high vibing instead of knee deep in the toxicity. And that's one way I do it, guys. Music, not just flowers, but just meditating, prayer, and just eating better, you know, and just taking care of yourself to the best of your ability that you can. And you know, removing yourself from toxic people and situations will also improve your mental health. And loving yourself. Love yourself enough to know that you don't deserve the toxicity that someone's bringing to your table just because you share DNA or because of whatever reason you grew up with someone that you know, you don't have to settle for somebody's toxicity. And you know, if you choose to take care of yourself, to grow, heal, and evolve, you know, no one has a right to try to intervene with that and try to bring some negativity to your table that you definitely don't need or want. So keep setting those strong boundaries so that you can stay in a place of uplifting yourself, a place of peace. Because peace is better than being broken down into pieces, guys. I know that because I've been there for a long time until I started to do the work to heal. One day at a time, one step at a time. Nothing ventured is nothing gained. That's the message today. Please share it with other people. Subscribe to the channel. Bring others here who you know need to hear the message. Some people may not communicate what they are going through, but hearing this message may uplift them and help them. So let's keep this going on a daily basis, Monday through Friday, guys. Stop by here, get uplifted, and continue to take care of yourself. This is Lisa, shedding love and light. You guys have a great day, a great evening, and I'll see you sometime tomorrow. I'm going to pre-record because tomorrow is a busy day for me. So I'm going to pre-record a video and then upload it so that you guys can watch for tomorrow. And thank you so much for your comments and your support. Have a great day, guys. Bye for now.